Well, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. Hey, a little bit of housekeeping below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hey, today I want to talk about a couple of mistakes that I've made. You know, I've done a lot of mods and things to the Tacoma back here, and there are two things, two areas where I think I made a mistake. And all of it comes down to research, I think. So if there's one thing you take away from this video, it is do your research. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to talk about, and don't get me wrong, I love these. I'm not unhappy with my choice, but I'm a little irritated when I wash the truck or when it gets wet. And let me show you what I'm talking about. It has to do with the fuel wheels. Now, like I said, I love these wheels. I think they look awesome on the truck. I really do. But part of this is really, if we're being honest, it's probably my wife's fault. I'm gonna blame her for this because it's really because of her that I even became aware that this was an issue and then determined it was a problem for me. Here's what it is. We've got the fuel wheels here, and you'll notice there's a ridge here, right? You can see that maybe? You guys can tell. Hopefully the camera picks it up. There is a ridge here. Matter of fact, there are steps as you go down, and then it's flat right here in this area, and then a ridge where this ring is around the outside. Now, some of you may be asking, well, gee, why is that a problem? Well, it's only a problem when the truck gets wet or when I wash it. Because this ridge that you have right here is a nice little swimming pool. Water collects right here. When you wash it all off, water is going to pool right here in this area. It doesn't drain. There's no gap between, I guess, this ring and the edge of the wheel. So it doesn't drain out. It just sits there. Now, you can wipe it off, but if you've ever washed a vehicle, you know that you're never going to get all the water out, right? I mean, there's a lot of crevices and nooks and crannies in the wheel and stuff, and the tires. And water is going to continue to drip and drain, and obviously it's going to end up back down here again. The problem is eventually that water's going to evaporate or dry off, and you're going to have a nice little spot, a dirty area here. Now, if you care, and you spend a lot of time, you know, cleaning your wheels and stuff, which mine are dirty right now, but that drives you nuts. You go out and you look and they're all nice and shiny and clean, and then right down here in this area, you're gonna have a stain, a water stain, because the water pooled here and evaporated. That's kind of a drag. Now, the reason that I say that that's my wife's fault is because she, on her Jeep, chose a different wheel than I did. You guys can see right here. They're still fuel wheels, kind of a throwback to the round holes that go around. This should be black, by the way, but hey, that's okay. And what I'm getting at is this ledge right here. You can see here that water would just run right off. It's angled from the back down to the front, so water just runs off. It doesn't pool there. Something I never would have thought of when I got these wheels. Even inside these holes, they also angle from the front, or the back rather, down to the front. So water doesn't sit in these wheels. She doesn't have that problem. Nothing dries or evaporates there and leaves a nice water stain from the puddle that you had inside the wheels. Now, I realize this, of course, isn't a first world problem, but if you're going to the trouble to change out the wheels, put the tires on, make life a little bit easier on yourself, unless you don't mind cleaning them all the time. Me personally, I don't dig that. I'm not really into that. I'd rather clean it once and have it stay that way for, you know, a day or two. So just something to be aware of. I never would have thought about that until my wife put these wheels on her Jeep. So that's the first thing. Okay, the second mistake that I made, and this has to do with sound, you know, and that is the exhaust. You guys can see right now, we have a TRD exhaust on the Tacoma. You can tell by the nice bigger size muffler and the shiny look of it. Although strangely, they don't mark their muffler with anything that says TRD on it. I don't know why. Maybe because they stamp it into the tip there. I don't know. But the mistake that I made was putting on an MBRP exhaust. Now, first of all, let me say there is nothing wrong with the MBRP exhaust. Nothing at all. It's a great product. It seems to be good quality, and it was easy to put on. Just bolt on, everything fit perfectly, so I'm not knocking MBRP. The issue is me. Apparently when I did this, I didn't do enough research, right? I mean, I went out on the web and I listened to exhausts and I listened to what people had to say because I was looking for something that wasn't going to give me a lot of noise in the cabin. I wanted the sound outside, I guess really at the tip, you know, at the exhaust tip. I wanted the sound, which I still do, but I didn't want that annoying, I don't even know if I'd call it a drone with the MBRP, but it is an ongoing noise inside the cabin of the truck. And if you drive any kind of a distance, after a while, that constant noise, let's just call it a drone, is going to drive you nuts if you're sensitive to that kind of thing. You know, some people get in their truck and all they want to do is hear noise, you know. They want to hear that all the time. Not so much for me. So the mistake I made, of course, was going ahead and putting on the MBRP exhaust. And what I would tell you guys is in any exhaust that you're looking for, and again, I'm not dogging MBRP, it's a great exhaust if that's what you want. I love the sound of it outside of the truck. I'd love the sound of it at startup, even inside the truck. But that was about it. But what you need to do are find video clips. Find video clips, if you're sensitive to this, of the exhaust, particularly inside the cabin. People that are just cruising. You know, obviously if they're jumping on it, and that's what everybody likes to do. When you see a video of an exhaust, and I do this myself, you get the start up and then you get revs. You know, that's what people want to do. That's what people want to show you. But what you should be more interested in is what is it like to live with on a daily basis? What is it like to live with on a long trip? Is it going to be drony? Is it going to be annoying? Is it going to drive you nuts? I don't know. So find clips that show just normal driving. You know, we don't stomp on the gas, I don't think, every time we take off, right? We don't jump in the truck every morning and rev it 15 times. I mean, that's not normal. That's showing off the exhaust, and I understand that. But find clips that show people, you know, living with the exhaust normally. In other words, if they're on a trip somewhere, or if they're, you know, just driving down the freeway or the road, what does it sound like in the truck during normal driving? The other thing, and always the best thing, if you can find somebody that has one that you know, that you can take a ride with, do that. Because that's going to give you the best impression or the best exposure to what that exhaust is really going to sound like. And then you don't make that mistake. Fortunately for me, I mean, I have the channel. I can use the MBRP as a giveaway, which I'm going to do. So stay tuned. Right now, we're looking to give that away at 12,000 subscribers. It's kind of a celebration thing. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That'll get that number quicker, and you'll have a chance to win that exhaust if you're into that kind of sound. There's plenty of clips out there on my channel where you can hear it, so you'll know what it's like up front. And if it's free and you don't like it, didn't cost you anything except the time to put it on. Anyway, I just want to get on here and let you guys know a couple of mistakes that I've made along the way, hopefully so that you don't do the same thing. Maybe some things to consider when you're looking at wheels. Again, I love the wheels that are on here. I just don't like the pooling of the water and trying to keep them clean when I don't have to. I could have gone with something like what Krista has on her Jeep, would have been fine. The MBRP exhaust, again, there's nothing wrong with it if you like a lot of sound when you're driving. Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on the web. Have a great day. Bye.